Are you considering making a move to Cedar Park and want to know what it's like to live there? Well, this video is for you. I'm going to talk about the top 8 reasons why you might want to move and live in Cedar Park. Also, stay till the end of this video because I'll talk about 2 reasons you might not want to move to Cedar Park. This is Austin, Texas area living. Please subscribe, please like my videos, and of course, leave us some comments. Let's go ahead and get started. So Cedar Park is a town that is located north and west of Austin off Highway 183. So Austin has the I-35 corridor that runs through it, and then it has 183 that crosses over in the middle of Austin, and then they go their separate ways. And so Cedar Park is off that Highway 183. Most of Cedar Park was developed in the late 90s, early 2000s, into the mid 2000s. It's a suburb of Austin, but it's a closer in suburbs than some of the other ones that I cover in my other videos. The very first reason why you might want to live in Cedar Park is it's a very family-friendly community. It has that suburban feel, but again, it's a little bit closer in. You're closer to the Domain, which is a shopping area within Austin, and you have the family environment with the larger homes that were developed and all of the shopping and dining and all of that, but it's still got that closeness into Austin, so you're still going to be in the proximity of the city. And as I cover some of the other topics, you'll understand why it's considered family friendly. And that leads me to my second point, which is top rated schools. I believe this is actually probably the number one reason that people move to Cedar Park and continue to be attracted to it is the school ratings in this area. If that's something that's really important to you, I definitely recommend you check out like greatschools.org and take a look at the school ratings for different schools in the area, especially different neighborhoods in the area. They're not all the same, but definitely some top-rated schools. There is Leander Independent School District and Round Rock Independent School District in the Cedar Park area. And so you'll definitely want to understand where those divisions are, as well as now there's a new ACC, Austin Community College campus in the Cedar Park area. So it's a great area for education, and that's why it draws so many families into the area. The third reason you might want to live in Cedar Park, and I say this in almost every video because Austin is very outdoor friendly, but there's a lot of parks and green spaces. One of the number one parks in this area is Brushy Creek Park, and this park has everything: hiking, biking, all kinds of sports. It's a really massive park that runs throughout Cedar Park, and it gives you that active outdoor lifestyle if that's something that you like. If you like to exercise outdoors, or just like being out in nature, then Brushy Creek Park is a great way to do that. There's several other parks in Cedar Park that can accommodate this type of lifestyle, and so people that live in this area take advantage of that. And then the fourth reason you might want to live in Cedar Park is sports. The HEB Center was built in Cedar Park and accommodates the Texas Stars and the Austin Spurs. And so if you're someone that likes to go to sporting events, then Cedar Park is a great place to do that, and you'd be really in proximity to the HEB Center. The other thing is there's a lot of sports going on for the little ones as well. There's a skate center if your kids play hockey or soccer, football, cheerleading, all the different sports. A lot of this takes place in the Cedar Park area. I definitely drove my kids up to Cedar Park several times when they were playing soccer. So a lot of the parks and neighborhood green spaces accommodate things like soccer, football, all of that. The fifth reason that people like Cedar Park, and I talked a little bit about this, is it's close to Austin. So you still get that suburban lifestyle, but you also are close into Austin. And you're right up Highway 183, which seems to be a little less congested than I-35. And so you can commute right down into downtown. You can commute into the Domain area where we have Apple. You can commute over to Round Rock where there's Dell. So depending where you work and where you need to be every day, there's a lot of access to the northern part of Austin all the way into downtown. If you need to commute over to Tesla or somewhere more south like the airport, then it might be a longer commute for you. So that's something to take a look at. But Cedar Park is one of the closer in suburbs compared to Leander or Liberty Hill, which is a little more north of Cedar Park. So if you need to get into town, it's a little more convenient than some of those further suburbs. And then the sixth reason is you can get a really nice solid home. Like I mentioned, Cedar Park was developed mostly in the 90s all the way into the mid 2000s. And if you think about homes that were built during that time, you'll get really solid homes, new modern homes. You don't have to worry about things like aluminum wiring or clay sewers, some of the stuff that you have to worry about as you're closer into Austin. So you can get a really solid home. Even if you get a home that's built in the 90s, a lot of the updates are more cosmetic and less intrusive. And it's really good if you have a family or you want a larger home. There's a lot of opportunity for that in the Cedar Park neighborhoods. Lots of really big planned out neighborhoods in this area: Avery Ranch, Cypress Canyon, Anderson Mill, Ranch at Deer Creek. There's probably 40 different planned communities in the Cedar Park. I don't know. I'm just guessing that number off the top of my head, but tons of planned neighborhoods in Cedar Park. And most people can find a pretty modern and nice home in this area. And then the seventh reason is you're going to have all of the shopping, all of the restaurants that go along with suburban life, and an abundance of them compared to some of the other suburbs. Over the last few years, they've even continued to further develop this out. So you have things like Costco, Super Target, Whole Foods. There's a mall in Cedar Park, Lake Lane Mall, lots of restaurants, some of them chain style, some of them more Austin style. But for the most part, it's going to be the kind of long strip mall shopping centers that you would expect with suburb life. But pretty much anything and everything that you need, and really convenient in close proximity. And lastly, the last reason is medical. There's quite a bit of hospitals and another children's hospital being built up there. If you're someone that is maybe looking to retire and move into close proximity to great hospitals, or just someone that needs medical care often and wants to be close to doctors and hospitals, then Cedar Park is a great place to look for that as well. Some of the cons, I told you I'd get to those at the end of this video. One of the cons is it's not urban life. If that's what you're looking for, then you're going to probably want to look in the Austin city limits themselves. The nightlife is downtown in Austin. The more festivals and things going on, bars, local restaurants, those will be in your Austin city limits. So if that's something you're looking for, then you might not want to look in the Cedar Park area. And then lastly, my personal opinion, and this is just something to think about, you're not going to get a brand new 2023 home, and you're not going to get an old charming home. You're going to get a home that's probably somewhere in the middle. So if you're someone that likes the style of the 90s to the mid 2000s, then definitely look at Cedar Park. Or someone that maybe wants to remodel a 90s style home, then Cedar Park would be a great place to look. And you might find that some people have already done those remodels in this town. But if you're someone that isn't really fond of that style, then in a home, then you're going to need to look outside of the Cedar Park area. I hope this video is helpful for you. And if you have any more questions about places to live in the Austin, Texas area, please feel free to look me up. My name's Julie Hutchison. I'm with Hutchison Property Group. I'm a realtor, and I would love to help you. Thanks so much.